Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing what did they secretly want to tell you spread for all of my Libras out there. So let's get after it. Okay. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What did they secretly to tell all of my Libras out there? What did she want to all my Libras out there? Feels good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, my Libras. All right, so got right here. We have a Seven of Pentacles situation here, where this person is just kind of waiting to see what kind of things ripen on that vine there. So they put some things out there. They're kind of waiting to see how things are going to ripen here. This person secretly wants to tell you that they're still thinking about you. So this is an individual that you already had a relationship with, okay? But there was a Three of Swords situation here, all right? So it's a third-party situation that you were involved in here. Unbeknownst to you, I'm really feeling like a strong sense of betrayal here. In this situation, you got a Nine of Swords situation here, okay? This situation has left you a great deal of anxiety, a great deal of tension, great deal of betrayal, as I said before. So what we have here is we have a third-party situation you were inadvertently involved in, and this is dealing with an ex, okay, with the Judgment card. This is an ex situation here, folks. This situation has caused a great deal of argument and strife and tension with the Five of Wands, okay? So there's a great deal of tension, a great deal of strife that you're dealing with here. Although, even with all that being said, we got the Star card here, which represents a sense of hope, a sense of renewal, a sense of rebirth. The Star card is all about hope, renewal, rebirth, replenishing the flow of life, if you will, to this situation, okay? And so this person, even though they did this thing, you guys had this fallout. But we see here is that this is like a fresh situation, by the way. This is something that's happened within the past, I would say maybe 6 months or so. Maybe a little bit later, but it's still somewhat very, very fresh. We have the Nine of Wands here, which person is very apprehensive. You're apprehensive about kind of going. You still care for this person a great deal, but there was a very deep betrayal that I can feel and I can see here. So you're very apprehensive about stepping back into a situation. Because here we had the Hierophant card. This can even mean a situation where this could have been a situation where this was potentially even could have even been a marriage situation here we're talking about as well. A potential, or you guys were really so seriously connected together that you guys were damn near married. So we're talking about a very deep relationship, either a relationship that has lasted for quite some time, which represents the same energy as a marriage, or either you were married to this person. So that's what we have going on here. So with that being said, let us see. Okay, let us see. Let us see. What are the potential blockages to this situation? I'm sure there are many, but let's see what are the potential blockages of this situation. What are the potential blockages of this situation? What are the potential blockages to this relationship? Cards you need to see. Some cards you need to see. Some cards you need to see. Okay, it feels great. Wow. Okay, so we have here a situation where the potential blockages are, boom, Star card, hope. So either they may have a sense of hope and renewal. That's like a one-way situation because it seems as if you don't really have a whole lot of sense of renewal and rebirth, at least at this particular time. Also, we have a Queen of Wands here. Queen of Swords here, representing a situation in which I call the Queen of Swords my no BS card. So it's a logic based card that kind of gets right to the point. It's right to the point, if you will. So that's somewhat problematic as well. So there's this issue there where there's an issue here where there needs to be some straight talk done with this situation. Okay. In addition, here we have the Empress card. Empress card representing an aspect of birth, of a childbirth, if you will. So that's also somewhat of an issue as well. You guys were possibly talking about having children in the future. All of those plans at this point have pretty much been just kind of put on hold, if not done with altogether. We also have a Five of Swords situation here too. Five of Swords is all about having to make that determination. Should I stay and fight for this situation, or should I just walk away from the situation? So again, we got to go back to the question: what are the potential blockages? Maybe they're kind of like in the mode of trying to fight for this relationship, obviously, but I kind of get the sense here that's a one-way type of situation. Also, here we got the Devil card here. Now, the Devil card in this particular situation, it's really interesting because there's some type of addictive thing going on here. We're either talking about some type of opioid addiction, okay? We're also talking about either some type of alcoholism, quite possibly, or just like an overall possible toxic relationship here, toxic attraction, if you will. Now, I will say, going back to the question of the blockage here, it's quite possible that that your significant other has used the excuse of their addiction as to why they went there in the first place. It's a sense of refusal. What I really feel here is like this sense of there's a refusal to accept responsibility for one's own actions. And they're blaming it on the addiction. Now, that being said, I've had a friend or two that was addicted to some substances there, and depending on the substance, there are mind-altering properties to it. So it could be one of those situations. But I kind of feel here that in this particular situation, it may not exactly be that case. He was like, well, it wasn't me. It was the... I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, it kind of was you. And they're kind of using that as a shield. In addition, here we have the Ten of Pentacles representing finances. Having a very firm financial platform there. So again, when we bring like children into a situation that is unstable financially, so basically this whole cheating aspect or adulterous aspect, if you were married to this individual, it kind of sent everything into a tailspin. So it kind of threw everything out of whack. So a lot of plans about having children, about having creating a financial stable platform, has kind of all been kind of thrown to the wind there. We also have a situation here where we have the Chariot card. So someone wanting to take control and kind of guide the situation. It seems as though here with this particular situation, got to go back to the question here, is that this person is trying to kind of take control of the situation and guide it where they need it to go. That's kind of manipulative. It's kind of like, well, I've done this. Let's kind of get over it. Let's kind of get past it. And you kind of see right through that. In addition here, you thought this was a potential soulmate. And that has pretty much been thrown to the wolves at this point. So, with that being the case here, let us see what additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down here. What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? Some cards that I need to... Ooh. Okay, so that does that. One came out, so we're definitely going to take that. So here we go. So, Spirit saying, maintain your childlike spirit. Exactly. Do not let this thing, that happened to you really harden you to future relationships here. Keep your sense of optimism and keep your vibrations high. Heighten your vitality. Heighten your vitality. Like I said, a situation like this could definitely leave you kind of thinking, leave you in a sense of depression, because like we got that 9 of Swords, okay? So you got to remember, depression, anxiety. What I would suggest is meditation, finding yourself a really quiet corner, really meditating and grounding yourself, and really do a lot of self-reflecting, okay? And also, try to be careful about what you eat, like heighten your vitality. Be careful what you eat. Be careful what you consume, okay? And particularly what you drink, especially with the holidays coming up and things like that. People consume a lot more alcohol and things like that. You want to be careful. Don't let this thing kind of bring you down to that dark place. Try to keep your levels high, if you will. Also, and finally, here we have expansion. So it also, what this is telling me is you need to expand your sphere of influence. Expand the type of person that you would usually get involved in a relationship with. Maybe it's time to diversify the palette a little bit, which meaning if you usually date this type of person, try dating that type of person. Try to expand your palette a bit so that you could get, a more of a variety, different choices of individuals coming into your circle. Variety, in other words. So that would be my advice to you. So that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you and you want to know more about this particular situation, I will leave in the description box a link to the description. A link in the description box down below. If this didn't resonate with you, that's fine too. Just take these parts of the reading that did resonate and disregard the rest. Also, if you haven't already, please like, please share, and subscribe. It not only helps the channel, but it really helps the algorithm, really help get my channel out there to other people that may be interested in my very unique style of tarot reading. Okay, so I really appreciate that in advance. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I'll absolutely see you next time.